Welcome back, folks, to Beyond the Shoot. Yes, I know it's not Christmas time, but I am a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. Second of all, Nigel McGuinness, you are an awesome commentator, you are a great wrestler, but please, please don't ever dance again. Ever. Psycho Steve back here with another edition of Back to School. This week, we're grading NXT. We've got a lot of material covered in 1 hour, so get into class, you're already late. First match on the card, we have some tag team action coming from the Dusty Rhodes Classic. We've got Sanity taking on the team of Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli. I gave this match a B because I think of it as a dumb match. The reason I call it a dumb match is because we know Sanity is going to win, only because the team of Sabatini and Moss, they don't have any chemistry with the crowd. They don't have enough TV time, enough experience. They need a little bit more of that because I don't think they can go too far in a tournament like this. With Sanity, former world champions, they've been against the best, so I believe they're going to go far in this tournament. So that's why I call it a dumb match, because I knew Sanity was going to win, and they did. Sanity is actually very over with the NXT crowd, especially Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross is so white hot right now. She actually had a really nice spot against the team of Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli. She jumped off the apron onto Riddick Moss, and flattened him out, helping Sanity win the match. She's so over right now. I am so surprised she hasn't had a championship match lately, or even been NXT Women's Champion. It's just my opinion. She needs to be in that picture. But I gave this match a B. On to the next one. Right after the match, out comes Tommaso Ciampa. He gave another promo, just like last week. Last week was an amazing promo. He didn't use any words whatsoever. Got a huge pop from the crowd. Was the biggest heel at NXT at the moment. They were chanting so much Johnny Gargano about him, how he sucks, etc., etc. This week, I give it a B, only because he did the exact same thing. It was awesome. He still got the crowd going. He basically brought the mic up to his mouth. Everybody booed when he did that, not allowing him to speak. He put it down. He did that about 3 times, left the ring, walked around the ring, and took off pretty much. It was still a great, great segment, but I give it a B this time because it wasn't original. It wasn't a first time thing. It was just exactly the same as last week. Next match on the card, we have some action from the NXT Women's Division. We have Lacey Evans, self-proclaimed Lady of NXT, versus Dakota Kai. Now Dakota Kai, she's a very happy wrestler, reminds me of Bayley of the past in the NXT. They loved her. They're starting to love Dakota Kai as well. She's got the color outfit, she's smiling all the time, and she has the nice little happy music that she comes out to. So they face each other in a very short match. I gave it a C only because it was a very short match, but there was a little surprise. I thought Lacey Evans would win this match because she was a little stronger, a little taller, a little bigger. But Dakota Kai with a nice little roll-up, 1, 2, 3, gets a surprise win. On the next segment, Shayna Baszler's music plays. She comes to the ring, has a stare down with Dakota Kai. As you know, her and Dakota Kai do have some history. She did injure Dakota Kai a few weeks ago in a match, hurting her arm, not breaking it, but hurting it. So she was out for about 3 weeks. This was Dakota Kai's first match back. Pretty much, Shayna Baszler comes in the ring. She has a stare down with Dakota Kai, pretty much pushing Dakota Kai back in one of the corners. Ember Moon comes out with a microphone. She's not too good on the mic. She keeps it short and sweet, pretty much saying, whether it's 1 arm or 2 arms, I'm gonna beat you at NXT TakeOver. There's the match. Rematch for the NXT Women's Championship at NXT TakeOver. Shayna Baszler versus Ember Moon. They do get into a tussle, fight a little bit on the mat. Ember Moon ends up on the top rope. Shayna Baszler grabs her arm in like a kind of a Kimura lock. Lo and behold, Dakota Kai, she never left. She was in the background this whole segment. Comes over, kicks Shayna Baszler in the face, knocks her out, allowing Ember Moon to perform the Eclipse. If you don't know what the Eclipse is, it's her finishing maneuver. It's pretty much an off-the-top stunner. Knocks out Shayna Baszler for the rest of the segment. Ember Moon's music plays, she leaves on to NXT TakeOver. Another tag team match from the Dusty Rhodes Classic. We have the Street Profits going up against Heavy Machinery. Both teams are faces. They're both face tag teams. So it's kind of a good dynamic with the crowd. They're going to cheer both teams. They're going to want them to succeed. They really don't know who's going to win, so that's awesome. It has a little mystery behind it. But both teams, polar opposites. You got the Heavy Machinery. They've got size. They've got brute strength. They pretty much manhandle everybody. You got the Street Profits on the other end, agility, speed, athleticism. So it creates a really good dynamic for both teams in this match. Both teams, they have really good comedic energy, and they started off the match pretty funny. As the match went on, hot and heavy action, back and forth action, ending with the Street Profits getting the 1-2-3 after a frog splash from Montez Ford. And let me just, quick side note, Montez Ford is going to be a superstar. That guy can fly. He literally, all the way across, it wasn't halfway across the ring, his opponent was 3/4 across the ring, and he still flew that far to finish that frog splash for the 1-2-3. Final match of the night, we have the WWE UK Championship match. Champion Pete Dunn versus Adam Cole. These two guys are world-class athletes, international athletes, and this is the first time they've ever met. As a fan, I pretty much sat down and just watched this match from beginning to end. It was two heels, quote heels, but they do get an awesome crowd reaction. They get cheered like no other babyface. Pete Dunn, his attitude, everybody loves his toughness, his brutality. And Adam Cole, he's just an international superstar coming from the Indies into NXT, and he shot the system. He made a huge impact. He hasn't won a title yet, but he's been in championship matches, in steel cage matches, and any type of match that we have in NXT, he's already been in all of them. So he's a superstar already. So these guys together is just pure gold. I give it an A. The reason I don't give it an A+ is because the match ended in a disqualification. I don't like when championship matches end in disqualification, whether it be a pay-per-view or just a house show or just NXT, Raw, SmackDown, whatever. So it gets an A because it was still an awesome match. As a fan, I loved it. I loved the crowd reactions. They were chanting "Fight Forever." They were chanting NXT, and they were chanting "This is awesome." You get those chants, you know this is a gold match. But of course, Undisputed Era comes in, attacks Pete Dunn. Out of the back, Roderick Strong comes out to help him. He starts getting the beat down. Pete Dunn comes back and helps him. Pretty much, the Undisputed Era flees. They go to the back, and in the ring, Pete Dunn and Roderick Strong to end the show. However, these guys don't like each other. They're not friends. So basically, they came to help each other because I think Roderick Strong wants to stay in the UK Championship conversation. So it might create a dynamic between three world-class superstars. Final segment of the show, we have the contract signing for the NXT Championship match between Andrade Cien Almas and Aleister Black. Of course, every contract signing begins with GM William Regal in the ring with the paperwork. Out comes Aleister Black with his awesome entrance music. I mean, I gotta find out what the words of that song is, so when I go to the shows, I can sing it also. After he hits the ring, Andrade Cien Almas' music starts. Lo and behold, no Andrade Cien Almas. He is not at the show tonight. His mouthpiece, manager, business partner, whatever you want to call her, Zelina Vega, comes out, strutting her stuff, looking like she's the queen of the South with a big smile on her face because she knows her man is the champ. Comes to the ring. She's about 5'2". Aleister Black is about 6'3", so it kind of looks pretty funny. And actually, Aleister Black made a note of it, saying, "You're just a little short." Sits down right in front of her and says, "Now I'm at your level." Now it's like this and this, pretty much so. But Zelina Vega didn't take that too well. The crowd started chanting, "Too short, woo, woo, too short," instead of "too sweet." So they kind of made a little change on the chant, but "too short," she was getting a little upset. So she signs the contract for Cien Almas, throws it pretty much in front of Aleister Black and smacks him right across the face. Well, any man he's not going to take that very lightly. He gets up, signs the contract, gives it to William Regal, and walks out of the ring. I was surprised. I thought he was going to try something, maybe do a black mass over her head or something. She's so short, but didn't happen. He got out of the ring, but still had a mic in his hand, so he says, "Zelina, I'm glad you came out alone, because I didn't." And out comes Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae, of course, is the wife of Johnny Gargano. She's still on the NXT roster. Everybody might have thought since Johnny was gone, she was gone. Not so fast. She's still a part of the NXT women's roster. So she came out, pretty much put a beating on Zelina, and left the ring, and her and Aleister Black pretty much standing side to side on the stage. I don't know if that's creating a little team right there. Maybe she'll be in the corner of Aleister Black at NXT TakeOver, or maybe have a match with Zelina. I don't know. We're going to have to find out in a few weeks. So overall, I give it a grade of B. There weren't any bad matches. There weren't any bad segments. They were all a little bit awesome and a little bit good, all combined into one. Parting is such sweet sorrow. We have come to the end of our class. But like I said, these are my opinions, these are my grades for all the matches. More importantly, I want you to click on this eye up here. Give me a grade for the show. Let me know what you thought. Also, follow me on Twitter at psycho_SteveBTS. Come and join my Beyond the Sheet family. Now, I've done a few shows in the past few weeks, so please continue to like, comment, and also please, more importantly, subscribe. I want to know what you think about my shows. I want to know what you think about my grades and my opinions for all the matches and all of the segments on the show. Folks, I want to thank you again for watching. Tune in next week on Monday when we grade Monday Night Raw. This was Psycho Steve. Peace. Beyond the Sheet.